Welcome to Rampant Splash. This is the gaming channel of laughing, learning, absurdity, and skill building. We are 15 episodes into Final Fantasy VIII. With some voice acting, yes, but more importantly with commentary. I'm here with my friend Chris.
Hey.
Last time we left our heroes, I think they broke out of prison, stole a couple of jeeps, and drove off into the desert.
Oh, yeah. There was a really abrupt transition, right? It was like a thrilling escape, and then suddenly we got jeeps.
I really got the sense that there was something missing there.
Yeah, I feel like it was the David Fincher music video Closer. There was like a scene missing. The censors made him take out. There's a crucified monkey somewhere. Anyway.
You can see the uncut version on YouTube now.
Yeah, yep.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and hit play, and we'll do an uncut version.
Speaking of crucified monkeys.
Well, last time we got to see Squall crucified. He's like a Jesus.
Yeah.
He's a Jesus figure in this game, right?
And he's a primate, so and it all comes full circle.
That's the main theme of this game, right? We're all primates. Oh, God. Yeah.
If you're watching this in the future, you need everyone to know we live in interesting times, and that Rudolphus Giuliani just melted on national television.
He melted.
And it was glorious.
Oh, God. Yeah, he had a meltdown. he had a meltdown. Oh,
there's somebody on Twitter that made like a spliced image. They spliced together the left half of his face melting with the right half of Baron Harkonnen from the '84 Dune movie. And it's perfect.
Oh my God. Interesting times.
So we have a truck.
We just
got into infiltrate.
Yeah, we just got into the base.
Oh boy.
Ew! This uniform is so itchy and smelly. When the hell is launch time? It doesn't matter. We have to stop the missiles. That's all there is to it, right? If there's a door, we go in. If there's anything we could break, we break it. We blow this place to smithereens. Ooh, Selfie's all fired up. Let's get a move on.
Didn't they already launch missiles at Trebia Garden?
Yeah, we saw it from a distance. Yeah.
That's not great. I do like how you can tell the characters apart, even in uniform.
Yeah.
By the way they stand and they're shaped.
Definitely the way they're shaped. When they walk, they all walk the same way, though. That's kind of a fun quirk of this game, is that the walk animation is always the same.
So we can make fun of Selfie's utter lack of a plan here all we want, but her plan is basically how any Metal Gear Solid game would turn out, right? It's just like you're going in all stealthy or whatever, but eventually all hell is going to break loose.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
You're going to blow up the base or whatever.
Yep. I mean, that's mission objective number 1.
Sure.
One of the things that I encountered here that I had forgotten about 1990s video games is that there's a lot of like just hitbox issues. Like you have to stand in the exact right spot to get the thing that you need, and that happens repeatedly throughout this particular episode.
Oh
It's
boy.
like you do have to click on that ID slot right there.
Sophie, stop yelling. Well, I found this in the car. Maybe this'll work.
Quist is going to do a lot of the heavy lifting here, I think.
Yeah, well, I sent her along because she's kind of the brains of the operation here.
Access granted. Woohoo! Yikes! There's someone there. What to do? What to do?
The voice acting is excellent.
Thank you.
It might look suspicious if we're uptight. So let's just act casual.
I hope they start strutting past the. Oh. Hey, oh.
I actually screwed up. There's a mechanic in this game where
Yikes! That's
Oh, you're supposed to walk.
you're supposed to walk past him. You have to, if you press the cancel button while you're on the map, it keeps you from running and it forces you to walk.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's what act casual is, how it's operationalized.
We'll keep that in mind.
The problem is, they make a big deal out of it in the instruction guide. I remember that from my childhood. You know, in the jewel case, the instruction book, they make a big deal about you can walk in this game. But as a mechanic, it only comes up like 3 times, and that's one of
Yeah.
them.
I mean, it makes a conceptual sense, right? It's like somebody's like literally running around. Everybody else is gonna be like, "What is that guy doing? God, I think his hair's on fire."
Right through this door. The last launcher should be arriving here soon.
Oh my God, there's so much money.
Yes, correct.
If you didn't take all those tests, you'd be making a fraction of you. You maybe make like half as much.
Half, yeah.
I'm doing an inspection right now. Come back later.
It's fun to have made the decision that Galbadia is France, and then colonial Galbadia is the Deep South. So I get to alternate between silly Southern accent and silly French accent.
This place is off limits.
So there I was erring on the side of caution. I was walking the whole way.
Oh, I'm busy now. What do you want? Oh yeah, aren't we supposed to inspect the circuit room soon? Oh, is it that time already? We're doing the real thing today, so there's no way we have time for that.
This really captures the
Sorry to trouble you. but could you
monotony
run
of
this for us?
soldiering in
Yeah.
the 21st century.
Yeah, it's mostly clipboards.
These guys are just doing
Yeah.
inspections all day long.
Yeah. It's mostly
Just like-
clipboards.
Just looking at things, checking boxes, drinking coffee.
Yeah. I tried to play cards with them at one of those times, I think.
I see.
Just to see. Just to check it out.
See if somebody will throw down while they're on duty. I take it back. The one thing that is, from what I'm told, not accurate about all these specialists standing around inspecting things, that nobody is smoking. Everyone should be smoking almost all the time. Well, all the time they're allowed to.
Yeah.
Where are you supposed to go?
Oh, to the other. Yeah. It's weird. There's that particular screen is really interesting. And in the matte painting in the background, there's some kind of huge machine, and it's like it's not one of the launchers. It looks like a kind of a mech thing.
Security right now. Don't be wandering about.
It never comes up. We never find out what it is. It's just some. Maybe it's the power plant for the base.
Hey, this place is off limits.
It'd be kind of neat if you had to if you had like a clock and you had to like wait until the correct time to then impersonate the specialist that's supposed to inspect that room.
Yeah.
Or something. There's an adventure game and like a puzzle game that's kind of like that. God, what is it called? I saw a Let's Play of it years ago. It's really weird. It's like I think it's a it was only released in Japan, but somebody made like a bootleg like English translation of it, where you're walking around like a haunted house and there's all these different characters and stuff.
Oh, and I bought that on Steam and never played it.
Is it? It's kind of cartoony, right?
Well, and it has Groundhog Day mechanics, right? You go back.
Yes.
You end the day and you go back in time, and then you try to meet the things as they happen.
Yeah.
Should be arriving here.
Yeah, and there's like 12 different residents of this like hotel or something. And like, each one's in a different place at a certain time. But like, if you go to the wrong place at the wrong time, you'll run into like.
Excuse me, sir.
The nurse that will like exsanguinate you with like a giant like hypodermic needle. Like.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny though.
I'm still thinking I'm going to play that someday.
It's about inspecting.
I really like the Let's Play of it. It's pretty funny. Heather and I still quote it sometimes.
Huh? Was that what they said?
Judgment Boy.
Oh.
Judgment Boy.
But I'm still not done here, you know. Could you tell them I can't go just yet? Thanks. I appreciate it.
I feel like so there's two things that are about to happen, right? The launcher arriving and the inspection of the electrical room, right?
Yes.
I feel like one of those has to be the trigger.
Yes.
Yep. I feel like these specialists here are.
They said they were too busy to go too.
Oh, there we go.
Jeez, what do we do now? Guess we have no choice but to go. Alright. Can we ask you to go? Well, hey, that's not cool. What if the base commander finds out? It'll be fine. All we do is go and make sure everything's up and running anyway. Well, I hope you're right. We're counting on you. Yes, sir.
It's this like level of
below the place to smithereens.
Is this level of banal insubordination that like leads to war crimes or enables war crimes?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, hey Glenn, can we pause?
Yeah, let's pause.
Hey.
Ooh. It's got an important phone call, so we're gonna wait here. If it's a short amount of time, just keep it in. Just keep it in. It'll just be you and me, having a meaningful conversation. And if it turns out to be a long call and he has to go away and I run out of things to say, then we'll snip this right out. Right out. Yeah, so this is interesting. One thing that I was gonna mention is that so far in my voice acting, I have given all of the Galbadian soldiers male voices, right? And there is this sort of presumption that all of the Galbadian soldiers are male. But of course, in this world, we know that females are just as deadly. At least half of the seed soldiers, seed mercenaries, are female. And now it seems awkward that Selphie is the first female voice in one of those uniforms, because if it is an all-male military force, then she stands out like a sore thumb, and we're just we're just wasting our time here. So I wonder if maybe what I should do is start giving them some female voices. Didn't occur to me until we were just watching now. Didn't think of it when I was actually doing the recording. So that's an interesting thought. Also, there's something that strikes me about this game, and it struck me then when I played it in 1999 or 2000, that Final Fantasy, the games that I had been used to, Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 6, they were fantasy, right? But they had these sci-fi elements. This particular portion of this game seems really grounded in the 1990s, or even the 1980s. It's kind of like, this looks like a Cold War era fictional military base, right? And it seems so strange. You can sort of expect like medieval stuff, and you can sort of expect, sky castle fortress stuff. But to have something that's grounded in the 1980s, like these uniformed soldiers doing science at a missile base. And when we see the launchers and the explosions later, those are actually going to be pretty much the footage that we saw coming out of the first Gulf War. There was a lot of footage that came out of that war of missiles and explosions, rockets and anti-air and tracer rounds, and in that same era, the skies over Tel Aviv being lit up by explosions. Like, it seems weird to be watching this game that is actually anchored in the time that it was created, as opposed to being all the way out on the edges of our understanding of technology and magic. I find that striking. Certainly surprising. I'm listening to the voice acting here in this episode, and there's still something that seems a little off about the audio. I sort of think maybe it's just the room that I'm in when I record isn't well soundproofed, but there's no sound absorbing surface, and there's some flat surfaces. So it's a small space. It's a very small space, but I kind of think that I get some echo, and it gives it kind of an odd tone. And it's not worth at this point, because I'm actually moving out of this apartment soon. It's not worth investing in sound absorbing material. But I also wonder if there are dials that I can tune to reduce that effect, to make it sound more natural. Some of the difficulty is that In order to catch all these different characters, I'm switching between voices, boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, kind of in a fast-paced way, especially when they're talking over each other, right? And so when Zell talks, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll take a step away from the microphone, right? And then when we're listening to Squall's thoughts, I'll lean into the microphone. But actually what you would do in a professional environment is you would go through, you'd set everything up for Zell's lines. You know, you'd set up the environment, you'd set up the mic, you'd set up yourself, you'd set up your body to perform Zell and get that good sound for Zell. And then scrap that setup and then read all of Selfie's lines. And with Selfie, you're standing differently. You might want to arrange the space differently. You're going to use different settings on the mic. So you do them all one at a time, you know. There are stories about, what's his name? The Family guy. The Orville guy. It'll come to me. When he does the voice acting for Family Guy, he's Peter, he's Brian, he's Stewie, maybe some other voices too, but definitely those three. It takes him all day to be one character. He cannot switch between being Brian and Peter. It's too difficult. And for that, I'm actually kind of proud of this. I feel like sometimes I get down on myself, like, this is pretty meh. But when I think about the fact that I'm rapid fire switching between the characters, I feel kind of proud of myself. Considering that limitation, I think I've actually done a pretty good job. Yeah. I don't know. Obviously, female voices are difficult, and some of my accents need work, but in the end, I'm kind of just having fun, and I'm starting to hear the fun when I listen to it, that like, I kind of don't care if you think I'm a great voice actor. What I care is that I'm having fun conveying the fun, and that you're getting the fun on the other end. I think that's the thing that's most important to me. Hopefully it's working. I hope Chris is okay. I hope his family's okay. I assume it was an important call that they were expecting. Yeah. It's been warm here. It's been warm here. Let me show you. It's 75 degrees in here, which for me is quite warm. I prefer a 65 degree, if I'm being honest. And I had the windows open, and there was a cool breeze coming in here earlier, but I shut the windows to get ready for recording, and now it's getting warmer. Especially considering it's late November. November 20th on our calendar. It's real late to be this hot. Speaking of meteorology, climatology, whatever, I moved these instruments over behind here to get them out of the way of another project, but I think I'm going to leave them here. So this is one of those bubble thermometers, where as the temperature changes, the density changes, and so some of them will float to the top as it gets colder, warmer, colder. They'll float when it gets colder. They'll sink if it gets warmer. Right? Yeah, they'll float if it gets colder. That's right. And then this is a barometer, you know, with a fixed pressure inside the bulb. And then as the air pressure around it changes, that fixed air pressure will push the water further up the tube, or the pressure on the outside will push further down into the bulb. And then this is an instrument that doesn't actually do anything. It was rumored to do something in 1700s nautical lore. They thought that if you attached this to your instruments on your ship, you could tell when a storm was coming. I think it's a kerosene and alcohol solution. But even though it doesn't work to predict storms, it will form these beautiful crystals inside the tube. Let's see if I can grab it. And they'll change. They'll morph over. How's this? Oh, you're just seeing the screen now. That's fine. It forms these beautiful crystals that'll grow and morph and change because they're constantly melting. Ooh, there we go. They're constantly melting and then reconstituting within the solution. Kind of beautiful. So, that's my stuff. Oh, good. Chris is back. Hey, Chris. You are.
Hey.
There you go.
What's
I
up?
decided to monologue so that we wouldn't have to cut out anything in the middle.
Oh,
So I was just monologuing.
oh, okay.
Is everything okay? Are you?
So you're still recording?
I'm still recording.
Okay. Yeah, no, things are fine. I just had to take that call. It's my dad.
That's what I figured. All right, cool. We probably got out of sync. No, it looks like it worked. It looks like it worked. Hit play.
1338.
Yeah, hit play.
Okay. What
It worked.
talking about?
It worked. Perfect. Yeah, Chris, one of the things that I was just monologuing about is that so far, all of the Galbadian soldiers have had male voices, because I just assumed that they're all male. But we know that in this world, females are just as deadly, right? Half of the seeds are female. So it would stand to reason that half of these people are female. Biggs and Wedge could be female.
It could be.
They could be. It was my prejudice. Anyway, the point is that if Selfie is the only female voice coming from one of these uniforms, she stands out a little bit.
To take their place with the inspection. Oh, really? Then I guess my shift is over. I'm gonna call in my relief. Oh, go ahead with the inspection.
It's a low-level incompetence.
I mean, they don't have any reason to.
Yeah.
They don't have any reason to suspect.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's not cool.
The draw points are serious business. They give you a lot.
Control panel, but I'm not sure what to do.
I think they programmed them to give you more.
I'm not sure what to do, so I'll just press whatever.
I think the
Such
draw
gusto.
points are programmed to give you more if you're only ever going to get to draw from them once. Because the rest of them will refill over time and you can revisit them. But this one, you only get the one shot.
Oh, now you've done it.
Done it.
Huh? Hey! The lights went out. Electrical system malfunction. Maintenance team investigate immediately. Oh, we should get the hell out. Now! Alright, next!
I'm a commando.
Hey, you! What's going on here? Oh man, really bad timing.
Man.
We just got here too. We have absolutely no idea what's going on. Bite your tongue. We just saw you come out of there. We took a look inside, but it's a big mess in there. There's no way we can repair it.
Oh, you got away with it.
Let us take care of it.
Just chuck a flashbang in there after them, and oh.
Who the hell are you? Oh, damn it.
I'm a child soldier. Don't you forget it.
Let's keep moving. Sophie, not bad.
Actually managed some stealth.
Yeah.
So if you
what
botch that dialogue tree, do you just get into a fight?
Yeah.
Must, right?
Yeah, and then you get random encounters for the rest of the... Yep.
Hey, could you lend us a hand? The power's down and we need some help. Guess so. Come on.
Oh, man.
I realized there I should have said allons-y, and I missed my opportunity.
Hey, you. I haven't seen you around here before. Well, we need some help in here. I guess it doesn't really matter who. Do you think you could lend a hand? This way, follow me. Unbelievable power failure at a time like this. What the heck are those maintenance guys doing?
Oh, you're batting 1,000 so far.
In the end, you do have to fight, but
Yeah.
we're gonna stretch it out as long as we can here.
Yeah, that's the one. All right, one in between the two guys and two on the other side.
This... I don't know if I like this or not. On the one hand, like, it's slow and it's boring and your thumb starts to hurt, but then on the other hand, it's like, no, if you were really pushing a rocket launcher onto a launching pad,
Yeah, it would be
a hell of a chore.
strenuous and tedious.
Yeah.
It has a very Shenmue energy to it. You're gonna have this game that's so true to life that you'll actually have to spin a rotary dial telephone.
Yeah. They streamed the most recent Shenmue game on Loading Ready Run, and they talked about how tedious and stupid it is. And I was like, oh, great, I'm going to watch the hell out of this. I got 1 hour into like a 40-hour stream or series of streams, and I had to turn it off because it was so bad.
Confirm the coordinates on
What is the most recent one? Is it 3?
I think it was 3. It just came out
Yeah,
last...
I think 3 just came out, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it came out last year or something.
Now we're talking.
There's an amazing Let's Play of Shenmue 1
Yeah.
by Tipping 40s that is, oh my god, it's a work of art. And the only way I will consume that game. You could not hold a gun to my head and make me play that game.
Yeah.
I appreciate, it's like one of those things like a, I don't know, avant-garde jazz band or something where I appreciate
Yeah.
what they're doing and I understand it. I don't
It just doesn't make for good games.
I don't want to, yeah.
It just doesn't.
And that's
Yeah.
fine. Like, doesn't need to be my cup of tea.
Right.
Mess around with it a bit. Yeah, I guess so.
Thanks, Sal.
Oh, yikes. Are you going to launch missiles at Dilling City?
I don't think that's
That's
actually
probably not an option.
Yeah, that's actually locked. You have to have the commander's key code to get into that.
So you just launch them into the ocean or something?
Not quite.
Yikes.
Yeah. See, you got to be a red shirt if you want to change the target.
Oh, I see. Why would this even be an option? You know, we want these Hellfire missiles to be extremely deviant from their calculated target. We're just going to send them all over the place.
You're not wrong. I feel like maybe error isn't the word they wanted to use. Spread, maybe was the word they wanted to use. Because if you were bombing a wide area, you'd want them to hit in a wide area.
So they're counting on this is kind of neat though, because it like they're not able to foil the strike on Belam Garden entirely, but they've kind of found a subtle way to like I don't know, sour it.
I think unfortunately mechanically all it does is get you a seed promotion.
Yeah.
So that we can make $1,000 extra every time we get paid.
Also, but doesn't it like, I mean, it enables the next part of the plot, right? Because like, I don't want to spoil anything, but like, some weird stuff happens. But, like, it's the result of what you're doing right now.
Yeah, I think if you fail to do this correctly, it still happens. All the stuff still happens. It doesn't change the course of the story.
Right. It would be really rad if you could like change the target.
Yeah.
Not necessarily to like a civilian area like Dilling City, but like you hit some part of the countryside. For the rest of the game, that part of the countryside is just like a crater.
Yes. And then the story would have to play out differently depending on what you did.
There's actually a really neat example of that in Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah.
But we've come to report on the missile coordinate data. Oh, very well. Go right ahead.
It's all shitted up, sir.
Oh God.
Stations in our.
In New Vegas, there's 4 like DLC expansions, and in the last one, it involves somebody who has kind of snapped, and he has.
Everything is all set, sir.
He like worships the old world, but he's like, you know, he's a wastelander. He doesn't really understand America any more than anybody else does.
Yeah.
But he knows more about it than anybody else. He wears like a leather jacket with like an American flag on the back of it. So like he wants to bring back the old world.
Yeah.
But at the conclusion of that plot, he gets control of some like a nuclear weapon, like an ICBM that hasn't been launched. And if you play your cards right,
What are you doing here?
you can seize control of the launch, and you can either sour it, you can launch it into the ocean, or you can launch it at either the capital of New California
No use hiding it now.
or Denver, which is like the capital of the Caesar's Legion, like the slavers.
Yeah, sure.
Depending on where you launch it after that point in the game, like if you launch it at the Legion,
Yeah.
you'll start seeing legionary like ghouls. You'll start seeing like irradiated mutant legionaries instead of like regular humans. It's messed up.
Dude,
like,
that's
not
great.
to mention the moral implications of nuking Denver or nuking Shady Sands or whatever. Like it's, and the game does not let you off the hook if you nuke one of those sites. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty clear. Like
All of those
Well,
quests.
you sure did make a choice there.
Yeah, all of those quests are now actually off the table. You are not.
For us to get
Right.
serious.
Oh man.
I think silence works well on human enemies because they usually have a lot of spells, right?
Yeah.
Monsters seem to have like abilities.
That was my reasoning here. Yeah.
Reflects real good.
He just used a remedy on his supervisor. Captain, they're too strong. Nice. Nice.
We're gonna start seeing that happen more and more often. I can go night.
Going tonight.
Yeah, and sleep gets better as this game goes on because as your spells get more powerful, those can become your sort of damage dealing.
Yeah.
So you can kind of, if you put everybody to sleep, you can pivot to those.
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, I feel like magic in this game is, unless you have a character that's dedicated to hitting, like we're turning Squall into a hitter and Zell, magic just in general is your damage doing in this game.
Yeah.
It's just balanced that way.
It makes sense too, because I mean, casting a spell takes stock out of your, or takes, a casting out of your stock, which isn't just like a supply, it's what's making you stronger.
Yeah.
So you get what you pay for. An attack just costs you an action.
Yeah, that's true.
I like thinking about games like this in those terms of like cost and benefit.
Yeah.
Where like there's always a price for something, right? It's either time or it's like health or danger or a resource or money or whatever.
Well, and what I like about this game is that it's a little more complex because in many other games it's MP, right? You can cast a spell, but it's going to cost you magic points, and if you run out, you no more magic. In this game, you're never going to run out of magic. You might run out of the one spell you want to cast, but you have to consider the fact that you're drawing down the things that you can use to boost your stats.
Right.
Okay then, let's stop the missiles, blow the base to smithereens, and get out of here. We should be able to stop the missile launch from here. Let's all split up and look. I don't think it's this one. Selfie, where are you going? We haven't searched a thing yet. It doesn't appear to be this one. Which means Yo, look, I found it. Oh, yeah! We are set, baby. Woohoo! All we need now is to find the self-destruct mechanism. But the self-destruct mechanism for the base doesn't seem to be in here.
Why would it exist?
Why would you build that?
God, this is going to turn into a time mission, Glenn.
Hey,
I swear to God.
What do you mean, Chris? What do you mean?
Let's see here. Huh? We have to set a time.
Oh, 10 minutes.
Nope. You can't do this one in 10. You can't do this one
Really?
in 10. Yeah.
Oh, it must be a boss at the end of this.
Yeah, it's a boss battle.
Jesus,
Self-destruct
oh my
mechanism
God.
activated. 20 minutes until destruction. All staff evacuate the base immediately. I repeat. Woohoo! Let's hurry out of here.
Yikes. Yikes.
And just in case we do have any new viewers, if I lose in this game, I keep it in. It's all in the video, including the restart. So it is possible that I lose here, just as a forewarning. Same thing with playing the triple triad card game.
It's not over yet. Huh? Hey! What was that noise?
Were you talking about a mech earlier?
Yeah, that's not what's in that screen though. I don't know what that is. I kind of love this shot here. It's just dudes. It's just dudes running. And it's a lot of them, and it's very realistic.
Right. Yep. All those guys wearing red are so pissed because they're going to have to do so much paperwork after this place blows up. They're going to be in front of so many review boards. And a couple of them are probably going to eat a court-martial.
Yeah. Yeah, and one of their political leaders is going to be in front of the in front of a tribunal for months at a time, where they question her about her emails.
Oh boy, that's
a hell of a
great.
shot.
There's another quest in New Vegas where you can either help or hurt these ghouls that have a cult about space.
Neat.
And you can help launch them into space, or you can crash them into the ground.
Wow. That's interesting.
It has a real effect in the game though, because if you help them get into space for the rest of the game on your little Pip-Boy, if you tune your radio,
Yeah.
you will occasionally hear their broadcasts from like upper orbit.
Whoa.
Their little rocket ship is just orbiting Earth, and you'll hear them like talking about being in the great blue yonder.
That's so great.
It's really cute.
I did not know that existed when I recorded 30 episodes of Civilization 6 Space Cult.
Oh, really? It's funny because the ghoul leader is very much like a religious cult leader.
Yeah.
And he believes that there is a great light in space that will embrace them in its light and warmth, which presumably is the sun. But that's like, you can, if you don't help them at all, I think they just crash into the ground. You can tell them you're helping them and then deliberately foul their launch and then launch them into the sun. Or you can help them if you're just feeling beneficent. You can just say, "Oh no, I'll fix their math, and they'll get into space safely." And whatever. And for the rest of the game, you'll hear their little, I don't know, proclamations about the great blue yonder. It's cute.
Do you benefit if you crash them into the sun, or is that just
No?
Okay, just a dick move.
Well, kind of. New Vegas has like a allegiance system where there's like 20 or so factions in the game, and I think a couple of the factions will either like you more or less depending on what you do with the ghouls. But it doesn't have much of a mechanical effect. That one does, at least. It's more just like a, I don't know, way you can affect the setting in a fun way. It's weird.
Totally.
That's such a good game. I vaguely remember this boss.
It can be a tough one. It has one attack that does a lot of damage. Captain! It's only number 1, don't worry.
Jeez, that is a lot of damage. Yeah, this is the point of the game where, like, casting double and, like, getting protect and shell on everybody. I don't want to say it's necessary, but it really does become pretty functional.
So this is one where you get a warning. There was a dialogue thing that I don't think I spoke out loud. It's get the particle beam ready.
Oh,
yes, sir. Particle beam warming up, sir. And that lets you know it's time to get protect.
Yeah.
Going.
This is hard too because you're timed, so your instinct might be to just like bull rush this thing, just hit it hard and fast, and kind of neglect your defenses because every round you spend throwing up protect, more time you're taking. So yeah, I can see. Geez, if you picked 10 minutes, you'd be at 3 minutes right now.
Yeah, I don't think you can do it in 10 minutes. You'd have to be really hacking the game.
Yeah, you'd have to be really over leveled or something.
Yeah. Yeah, so we haven't seen the particle beam yet, I don't think, right? I think it's about to happen.
There it is. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yep.
Yeah, I've said this before, Glenn, but life puts her in the yellow, and you know that's good for her.
Life finds a way.
Life finds a way. Life finds a way to get free casts of Meteor.
I don't think that happens here. I don't remember though. Sometimes you just have to be happy with 2 casts of Fyra.
That's very folk philosophy of you. Sometimes you got to know when to hold them, when to fold them, and when to cast Fyra twice, and then die in your sleep. If that was thunder, though, man,
it would have done more. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that sucks. That was such a waste of time. I didn't get her out of one hit kill range. Yeah, whatever you do, just have Zell punch.
He's just look at the man. He's a gym rat.
Muscle heads, I hate him.
Ooh, Siren took it. That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Almost there.
Keep attacking anyway. Yes, sir.
Jeez, what do you get for taking 10 minutes? Is it just seed rating?
Yeah, I think it
or
is.
do you get like an item or something?
No, I think you just get better seed rating.
Yikes.
Yeah.
If seed rating did more than just give you higher salary, or if things cost more money, that would feel more important,
more meaningful,
more
yeah.
tangible.
Right
now, you don't need your seed rating to be higher.
Right.
That's crazy.
It would be interesting if there was a character whose limit break was tied to seed level. Like if there was somebody who took the seed thing really seriously, because none of these characters do. Not a single. Squall is the one who comes closest, and he's kind of iffy.
Quistis at the very beginning of the game, maybe.
Maybe, yep.
Then she quits.
Well, she quits being a teacher. She doesn't quit being a seed. Yeah. She's also a tank, by the way.
Yeah, she just took that one like a champ.
Yep. We are reaching the point in the game where you can finally differentiate the characters and give them specializations. And increasingly over the next 4 episodes, we're going to see Irvin and Quistis become tanks, Squall and Zell become punching machines, and Selphie and Renoir become black mages.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a fun part of the game where you get to tinker with their abilities.
You did it!
Well, not quite.
What?
This boss has another form.
Oh my god.
Oh! Hot, 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 hot!
Oh my god. Can you imagine if you took 10 minutes, right, instead of 20?
Yeah.
And you really smoked that thing. And you were sitting there at a minute, and then these chumps came out.
You'd be
out of the
so.
fire. Oh my god!
You would be so pissed.
It needs repair, sir. We'll kill them first.
Jeez, as it stands, you're going to be hard pressed to get this job done.
Yeah.
If these guys have, oh, okay, so they don't have as much as those other guys did.
That's right. So I could have done this section faster if Quistis had GF, because she has Quetzalcoatl.
Oh, yeah.
Who does extra damage to the tank, yeah. Heyo, Weapons Monthly. Or AP. That's a kind of a
ripped
rip-off.
off. Yeah. Usually you get like 10 or something from bosses.
Yeah.
You get a sweet zine, though.
He got a sweet zine. Oh God.
So I think it's blocking the way.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, are we locked in? Well, we'll take care of the rest, right? Oh, it's all over. I've always thought about when this day would come. You know, living a life full of battles. I guess you could say I was prepared. When I think this is it. Damn, it pisses me off. Oh, Squall, why did you choose us? Did he choose us because he knew this would happen? What are you all saying? Squall chose us because he believed in us. I'm sure of it. We could do it. That's what he thought when he made this team. Isn't that right, Squall?
Yikes. That's good animation.
So that shot is really striking, and I can't help but think about the fact that this was a 90s game, and it looks like footage from the first Gulf War.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Those explosions that we saw from the fighter jets point of view.
Come on.
It kind of anchors this whole game in the 90s, which is very strange. So this video goes on for a bit longer because there wasn't a good save point. So we're gonna get dumped right into the next plot line.
Find the headmaster. What's going on? Are they evacuating? Seize him. Kill him if you have to. Go. What?
I'd wreck that Glen.
Go.
Well, hold on. Gotta get some cure. Oh, Christ.
What the hell is going on? You there, you three. Which side are you on? Huh? Answer the question. Are you with the Garden Master, or are you with Sid? I don't understand what you're talking about. Do you swear your allegiance to Garden Master Nog? Yes, we do. All right then. Go find Sid. Members of his faction are protecting him. Kill them if they interfere.
So when I first did some test videos for this series, I made those guys like robots and I gave them like robot voices. And then I realized just how much they talk in the game, and I was like, no, I'm not doing robot voice for however many hours. And then I landed on, what if there are 3 snakes in a trench coat? I was like,
Oh, hey, look at that.
hey, good boy.
It should be noted how terrible their insurgency is if they're literally asking, listen, whose side are you on?
Yeah, right.
Like, if you have to ask, you don't deserve to know. He's lucky he didn't just get a gunblade into his guts there.
I don't think you ever do fight any of those guys. I think they'd be kind of pushovers. I think that's kind of the idea.
I don't remember any of this.
Nope.
This
Good.
is like
Good.
I remember what happens at the end of this sequence.
Yes.
But I don't remember there being like a garden civil war here.
Right.
I do remember that Galbadia's garden goes kind of bad. That like, and that was kind of shown last time that like the seeds there are like more authoritarian, and
Yeah.
the sorceress kind of takes that over as a home base.
Well, we've been told that that's the case, but we're not actually going to learn about that more for a little while. There's actually a couple of sequences in here before that. Cool.
Oh my god, you got time magic.
We got time magic.
You can refine haste out of things.
Yeah, this section of the game, it's all happening at Balam. It's not, it's all internal.
What does Dino Bone give you?
I think it's slow, right? It's like 20 slows. No, it's Quake. Because for whatever reason, Quake is time magic,
Yeah.
right? Like if you
Jeez,
were...
Quake is really powerful.
Yeah.
It junctions to HP like a mother.
Yeah.
Yeah. HP and strength. If you want to max out strength,
Quake is
that's your
the way.
boy right there.
That's your boy. Well, I don't want to spoil anything too much, Chris, but in the next episode, we may have some opportunities to get some dino bones. Hey, you're back.
I love these two.
Right? I don't know. At first, they were saying something about rounding up the seeds, you know? Now everyone's either siding with the God Master or the Headmaster, and everyone's fighting everywhere, you know? Disturbing! Disappointing for the disciplinary committee. All of our work for nothing, you know? Why are seeds being targeted? And where's the Headmaster? Is he safe? We got no clue. We need to see him right away. It's important. Galbadian missiles may be heading this way. What? We gotta get out of here. Okay, jeez. All right. We'll warn everyone about the missiles. Man, this is no time to be fighting, you know? We'll go look for the Headmaster. Caution! Yeah, the fighting is intense everywhere. And watch out for those Godmaster goons, you know? Hey, who do you support? Headmaster or Garden Master? Hey, just like Fujin said, you know? We're with Cypher. Always always with.
Yeah.
They're fucking metal is what they are.
I mean, I guess you'll take what you get in this situation, right?
Yeah. Are you guys all right with that?
I feel bad for those two.
Yeah.
Especially Fujin, who clearly has a thing for Cypher. She gets very upset when he is rumored to be dead.
Yeah.
What was that?
I had the same thought. What was that? And then I
Did you
remembered.
get paid?
No.
I want you to check this entire floor. Sid is definitely hiding somewhere on this floor.
No, I did remember eventually. That is the noise of Renoir learning a limit break.
Oh, a dog thing.
But you have to manually go into her status menu, right? And then you have to manually switch what she's learning.
Jeez, you know, that brings me back enough to remember why I didn't like her limit break and almost never used it.
Yep, because you get to the end of the game and you realize you've only learned 2 abilities.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then I don't think there's anything that tells you that's what that sound means.
No.
It's a sound they've reused from something else. There's no, like, textual clue.
Right.
Yeah.
Which seems strange because all they would have to do is add a little pop-up like when you get paid.
Or even just, I mean, realize it requires like recording another sound or something, but like make it like a dog bark.
Chris, what are you talking about? I can't believe I didn't think of that. That seems,
instead of literally the same sound as when you get paid.
I mean, it sounds so simple when you say it, Chris, but coming up with it, who would have thought of such a thing?
Listen, it was 1998. We didn't know how dogs sounded. Nobody knew such a thing. That's crazy.
Dogs didn't learn English until 2005 in the great endoggening.
Some dogs don't even exist.
Some dogs don't exist. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I figure it out in this episode, but in the next one or the one after, I realize what that sound means.
And I think you alluded to at least one of them earlier. A couple of her limit breaks are broken as hell.
Yeah, one of them.
One of them in particular.
The trick is you don't get to choose which one you get. They come up randomly. But yeah, one of them is called Invincible Moon, and you can guess what that does.
Sid has some decent pawns. This is getting nowhere. Call the monsters.
So the reason I did that was because we were up against an hour, and I wanted to find a save point.
Oh, wrecked.
Oh my. Can you stand up? Why are you helping me? I'm with the garden master. Oh, stop being ridiculous. I don't care whose side you're on. We need to take care of those wounds now, you hear?
That's an ethical doctor.
Master,
Yep.
here, so get out.
So I did it for time, but now that I'm watching it, I decided not to go for the save point. I was like, I'm flustered. Let's just go into the next episode and start recording there. But now that I've watched it back, it actually works because what Squall does there is he trusts that his fellow trained seeds can do the job, right?
Yeah.
And they certainly don't look incompetent. They march out there with, ready to go. All right, want to thank everybody for being here. Want to thank Chris. We're going to start another recording ASAP. Later.